Alban is time to be his instrument, and I am in tune with God's plans.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's day is a special one as we've come together to celebrate the life of Father Alban. Even though it's been a year since he left us, his presence is still so strongly felt.
If we had to associate Father Alban with one thing, without a doubt it would be music. Music was such an integral part of his life, and he took it everywhere he went.
One would always associate Father Alban as a good mentor, an understanding, supportive, creative and intelligent person. So what better way to celebrate his life and give him a tribute by taking a walk down his musical lane.
This joy is something new, arms are folding you, never knew this world before. Whosoever thought I'll be, holding you close to me, whispering, it's you I adore. Curious one, if you should lead me, each little dream.
For every priest, his clergy team becomes a very integral part of his everyday life. It was the same with Father Alban. For him, his parish clergy team was his family and the priests his brothers.
Whether it was chatting for hours on the dining table, or going out to explore new places, or even being with Father in his last hours, they have always been there with him. He shared a similar bond with the Ambassadors of Christ, a priest band of the Archdiocese of Bombay.
A band that has helped spread the love of God through song and dance. Father Alban struck the right chord and touched everyone's hearts through music. He will always be remembered as a great musician.
Hello parishioners. On Father Alban's first death anniversary, we, the clergy team of IC, wish to pay a tribute to him in the language and the medium he knew best, music. Alban, this one is from us to you. Alban first grew up in Dadar, Mumbai and moved to Amboli. A music teacher he became with a banjo on his knee.
Oh, Father Alban, please do pray for me. One among God's great big flock in icy Borveli. Oh, Father Alban, please do pray for me. One among God's great big flock in icy Borveli.
In all the parishes that you served, to the youth you came to be a musical Pied Piper, singing ever jolly.
Oh, Father Alban, please do pray for me. One among God's great big flock in icy Borveli. Oh, Father Alban, please do pray for me. one among God's great big flock in icy Burville.
This is Father Gavin, and I used to be the keyboard player in the group Ambassadors for Christ. I am here to share a few of my experiences of Father Alban. Father Alban was the man behind the Ambassadors for Christ. He was the brains and the guiding light, the organizer and the star attraction of the group. I must say I was indeed impressed with the man. I was amazed with the extent of his musical prowess. He was extremely skilled and had a fine-tuned ear for music, master of several instruments, and had a fabulous voice. He was so talented, and yet he was humble to the core. At our several practices that we had in his parishes, it would be complete with snacks and dinner, and he would gently, cajole us and encourage us with his ever-ready laugh. He was such an easy person to get along with, and of course, he would always make a person feel at ease. For our shows, he would handle all the arrangements. Everything would be taken care of. From the, bringing the instruments from one place to another, setting up, to arranging the sound, setting up the instruments. He would be the first to arrive, see that everything is set up. And then, of course, we would just, turn up there and, have our first, practice, sound check. How he handled all his shows, all the parish activities, arranging the various parish events, the youth, the music classes, the Ambassadors for Christ shows, and so on and so forth, is beyond me. He was multi-talented, multifaceted, and multitasking. And he is surely missed by all of us. Dear Alban, thank you for what you have been to each one of us. And we all pray that, Alban, you rest in peace.
My dear parishioners and my dear friends, the celebration hymnal, which is used in our archdiocese as well as in our church, in our parish, was compiled by a committee of experts coming from the field of music, song, and Father Alban, who was part of this committee, was also an expert in music and song. And he was really proud to be part of this committee of this hymnal. So every time we sing a hymn from this hymnal, we would not only be praying twice, but we would also be remembering Father Alban and also paying a tribute to him.
Father Alban was youthful and jovial.
Whenever we needed Father Alban, he was always with us. He was our support. He was more than our friend. He was our brother.
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवाज। जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवाज। तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम अगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। हो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम अगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवाज। न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवाज। तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवाज।
In my first year of seminary formation is when I met Father Alban, and I thought to myself, man, what a cool priest. My impression of him only got better and better as the years went on. Father Alban taught me two very important things. Firstly, always be creative. Think of new events and programs that you can execute for the youth to keep them engaged and also, and more importantly, connected to the church. The second is he would always push you out of your comfort zone, but he would not leave you hanging there. He would help you and accompany you to get the skill sets required to excel in whatever field. When he first called me to join the priest band and play the bass guitar, I was a little reluctant because it was an instrument that I was not familiar with. But he assured me that he would make time to practice and teach as well. And he actually kept to his word. He was the one taking the initiative to call me and set practice dates and was very patient as a teacher. Father Alban, you are greatly missed not only as a priest but as a very dear and close friend.
It was very difficult to say a goodbye to Alban then and even now.
चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर, और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर। बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर, और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर। हम लौट आएंगे, तुम यूं ही बुलाते रहना, कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। For Alban, from us, it will never be a goodbye. From us, it is always, Alban, see you later.
Father Alban was always instrumental in forming bands. He inspired many to pursue music and would jam with them.
We see this in his first parish where he formed a band, the fourth quarter. Father Alban is not only known for inspiring parishioners, but is also known for playing a key role in mentoring seminarians for the youth ministry.
What meant Kelvin? Everything under control. I think these words of Father Alban bring back memories of him. What a joyful person he was, and what an inspiration. I remember late in the evenings getting a call from him saying, "Come, let's go for a soup." And when we went there, the fun we had, the laugh we shared, all the chats inspired me to be a better person. I cannot thank Father Alban enough for the person he was, and what an inspiration to me on my journey to the priesthood. The best way to honor him is to be happy, because that is what we remember Father Alban as. Always happy, always joyful, always trying to make the others laugh and smile.
First of all, I would like to say that I was privileged to do my ministry in IC Parish. I came from a remote place to Mumbai, and it was a different experience for me. And when I was asked to do my ministry in IC Parish, I was not comfortable. It was Father Alban, along with his parish team, who made me comfortable. I always remember the time, the fun which we had in refectory. Thank you, Father, for always standing by me and guiding me in my difficult as well as happy times. I always cherish the time which I spent with Father Alban and youth. I miss you, Father, and thank you for everything. We brothers are presenting a small tribute to Father Alban.
We miss you, Father.
Of the many memories that I have of Father Alban, the ones that stand out are the ones where Father Alban was so happy and so joyful that he was able to proclaim God's word not just through his Eucharist, but even through gospel music. And it gave him immense joy that he was able to reach out to young people, to seniors, to parents, to friends, to anybody that he came across. He always had this ability to communicate, to befriend someone. And I believe that these are the qualities that made him so unique and special. And that's why our band has so many fond memories of Father Alban. It goes without saying that without him, we would have never known how to cheerfully and joyfully give. But thanks to him, we can give with a smile on our face. And for that, we are truly grateful for Father Alban in our life.
One of the things that Father Alban was really good at was he knew how to keep a band together. he knew how to keep us together, not only emotionally but also as a musician. He always made sure we rehearsed our parts well. There wasn't any time we ever took a song that we hadn't rehearsed well. He made sure all the guitar parts, keyboard parts, or even vocal harmonies were practiced to the T. And I think that's one thing that still remains with me up to this day. Like, never go up on stage without knowing your parts well. And I remember him for that the most.
Father Alban would always go out of bounds to help people and unite them through music. This was clearly seen in our parish, where he formed the first ever all-girls band in the Archdiocese of Bombay called Terra Nova.
Father Alban picked us all out at random. We were his kacha nimbus, as he liked to call us. And I remember when the band started, all of us were terrified because none of us knew how to run a band. But then Father Alban came in and he coached us meticulously throughout the whole experience. And if we ever didn't get a part, all we had to do was ask. And we'd get a step-by-step tutorial with humor on the side. We never were faced with anger. It was always, what man cutlet, come here, give me, I'll show. And that was that, we'd get it. So this song is very important to us. It has a special place in our hearts because it was the first song that we did with Father Alban.
Father Alban was one of the best teachers I ever had. He'd be getting late for Mass, but he still ensured that we got our parts right. We could always rely on Father Alban, and this song was one of his favorite songs. And if you know Father Alban very well, you know this was his ringtone as well.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Judy got married. Should've known we'd never get far. But when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had a choice, yeah, I'd always wanna be there. Those were the
Father Alban was never half-hearted in anything he did. He always wanted the best for everyone. He introduced us to several rock bands so that we had exposure. He took us to Furados in town to check out instruments. He took care of us. Father Alban loved us with his whole heart and soul. So, Father, this one's for you.
Tell me what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like every day good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice, heaven since you
Father Alban led by example. His passion for music was so much that it showed in everything that he did. He too was part of bands in his youth, and every time he'd come to help us out, he'd tell us stories of it and make us laugh whenever we were stressed out.
Now that we have reached the last part of this tribute, we have seen that how music has played a major role in Father Alban's life.
Even his final musical message that he gave all of us at the Christmas Vigil Mass in 2019 will be forever etched in our hearts.
So we leave you today with that final musical message. Mary, did you know?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod?
This child that you deliver will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man. Baby, did you know that your baby boy could calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels draw? When you kissed your little baby, you kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leave, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy was heaven's perfect lamb? The sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones who died. Toast to the ones that we lost in the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back, y'all. There were times that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believe in forever, and it's gonna stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, yeah, yeah. Everything will be alright, go and raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones who died. Toast to the ones that we lost in the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back, yeah. Memories bring back, yeah. Memories bring back, yeah. Memories bring back, yeah.
In the sun, Jack